Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. I'm good, all of you. Everyone's been wondering what my doggy looks like because I've mentioned him before, and you could hear him in the background of my video. So there he is. His name is Corey. I know that was random, but hi, buddy. My viewers saw you. So this video's been like, I've been planning to make this video for a while. Even before I went on my trip to Phoenix recently. But, yeah, I had to postpone it for a couple days because I got sick. Most of you guys know, like, if you follow my Instagram, I got sick. So, I mean, I do feel a little better today. I'm still having trouble eating stuff, but I'm going to try and make it through this video. But I'm okay for the most part. I do feel a lot better than I had been. So, alright, where to start? So, most of you guys know I recently went to Phoenix to go see Metallica. I've been so excited to make that video for a while, so where to start? So, me and my family drove, because I live in a very small town in New Mexico, and it took about like 7 to 8 hours to get there. It took a while, but we made it. I want to pet my dog, and he always runs away. So, I had my stuff packed. I didn't really have like a whole lot I needed to pack. I really wanted to bring my vest to wear to the show, so that was naturally something I had to do. We didn't get there the day of the concert. We got there the day before. So we walked around town and did some stuff. We went to Trader Joe's. My brother Aaron and I went to the mall and shopped. We ate at this really good, like, Japanese place. Me and my brother ate at this really good Japanese food place at the mall in the food court. It was really good. I had some teriyaki shrimp, and oh my god, it was so good. We both agree it was so good. I'm never going to forget that place. We also got to hang out with some family friends. Like, they happened to be there by coincidence, so I thought that was funny. But we got to see them. I can't even remember the last time. I think it was 2019 I last saw them. So yeah, we spent time with them, and that was really nice. So we got to the concert. It was so big. I don't know how many people weren't there. It wasn't a sold-out show, which was cool. But that was, like, literally the biggest stadium I had ever been to. That's, like, the biggest place I ever went to a concert for. And I've been to some big places for concerts, but not as big as that. This was a football stadium. This was the Cardinals Stadium. So I thought that was really cool. One thing, like, I noticed is, like, they didn't do, like, sound checks. You know how, like, they go up to the stage and go, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, and they'll test the drums? They didn't do that. They immediately started playing their instruments when they got on stage. So, the first band that played was Mammoth WVH. If you guys don't know who that is, they're a hard rock band, and their front man is Wolfgang Van Halen, who happens to be the son of Eddie Van Halen. I'm sure a lot of you knew that, but you know, not everyone knows. So they put on a good performance. They only played for 30 minutes, and they recently came out with a new album, and it's really good. And then they did play some songs off of that album. They were really tiny compared to me. It was like really far away. Like, here was like how tiny they were, because I was really far away from them. I was up in the seats. I wasn't down on the floor. And when the stage was kind of weird. It was shaped like a ring, so that gave the members plenty of room to, like, run around and walk around and stuff. But I didn't like where Wolfgang's position was. He was, like, behind this, like, bar, and I couldn't see him. And when I could see him, I could only see his back. But they had the video thing showing them. So, I mean, I wasn't completely disappointed about that. But, yeah, Mammoth put on a good performance. And they're a really good band. And if you guys hadn't listened to them, do check them out. They are really, really good. Yeah, they put on a good performance, and I'm glad I got to see them. I got to see the son of Eddie Van Halen, so that's pretty cool. And the second band that played was Pantera, and I was so looking forward to going to see Pantera, because I never thought I would see Pantera. I thought they were just going to be completely broken up and I would never see them, like, in my entire life. And And I was excited to hear that they were, you know, getting back together just with, like, 2 members, like, in place of Dimebag and Vinnie Paul. But I didn't think I would ever go see them again. Or, excuse me, not again. I never thought in my life I would be able to see them. So, and I'm really happy my family surprised us as a family trip to go see them. So, that was pretty cool. They put on an incredible performance. So, those of you who don't know, but most of you probably do, the stand-ins for Vinnie and Dimebag happened to be Zach Wilde and Charlie Benante. And all 4 of them put on a great performance. I was so hoarse from singing along afterwards. I was so tired. I was so tired. My voice was so hoarse after the end of the show because I was singing along so hard. They played a lot of good classics. They played Walk. They played 5 Minutes Alone. They played This Love. They played a lot of stuff I can't name at the top of my head, but like all their pretty much well-known songs. One thing I wanted to bring up, they didn't play live Cemetery Gates, but they made a tribute to Dimebag and Vinnie. Most of you guys saw there was like that I posted like on the big screen thing at the top that they had at the show. It was like this. It was black and it was like white figures, and these figures were silhouettes of Dimebag and Vinnie, and I thought that was cool. And they also made another tribute, which they did play Cemetery Gates, and it still makes me want to cry thinking about it. I got so emotional seeing it. They played Cemetery Gates on this projector thing, and it was like home videos from the like documentaries of Pantera, of Dimebag and Vinnie, and I never thought I would see that. I'm sorry, it just gets me so emotional even just thinking about it. Honestly, I think everybody cried when they saw that. Like, I saw my parents crying, and I saw everyone else crying, and I just felt this energy of emotions and tears in me, like, from everybody else and myself, so I got really emotional seeing that. I'm never gonna see that again, but that's okay. But I'm glad I got to see it once. I need to calm myself. Their encore was Cowboys from Hell. I thought that was pretty cool. When they played Walk, the entire stadium was singing along. They also played Fucking Hostile. That's probably my favorite song by them. I'm glad I got to sing along to that and sing along to Walk. Like, I was just screaming at the top of my lungs, and it just felt so good. And then Cowboys from Hell, the entire stadium was singing along to. And Rex Brown put on his cowboy hat, and that was cool. Aaron and I both agree that they pretty much stole the show, even though Metallica was good, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But they just put on an incredible performance. I'm never going to see them again, probably, but I'm so grateful I got that one opportunity, because that was such a badass show. That's one of the best shows I've ever been to seeing Pantera. Alright. I didn't get any merch. I couldn't find the merch booth, because that stadium was just fucking humongous, and I could not find anything in that stadium. I mean, I found the bathrooms, but I had to ask for help to find it, because it was just like a labyrinth. Oh, I forgot to mention. So, there was somebody giving us stuff, like, so this was like a sweepstakes, like it was like a scratcher card. I didn't do this, I'm probably not gonna win, so I don't care. It was like to win a Metallica skateboard. I don't know if the glare, annoying glare, there we go. I'm gonna keep this just as memorabilia. Yeah, I'm not gonna win that Metallica skateboard deck, but who cares? I'm just glad that I have this. So yeah, that'll be like memorabilia, because I got it literally at the concert, and some man was nice enough to give it to me. It was somebody working there. It wasn't like some random stranger, I promise. Somebody was also nice enough to compliment my vest. Somebody came up to me and said, "Cool vest," and I thought that was cool. I got to talk to some people. They got a lot of these people that I talked to got their tickets cheaper than what we paid for. can't even remember what we paid for, but they paid a shitload less than what we did. But we've had these tickets for almost a year, so it doesn't, I don't know, I guess the prices go down the quicker the concert comes. Okay, so Metallica, they put on an incredible performance. They did not play Enter Sandman, which probably for the best, because they've literally probably played the crap out of that song. And like, I was kind of expecting them to, but they didn't, which was probably a good thing, because they really wanted to play stuff from their newest album. I'm gonna adjust my camera here. It was kind of funny. Okay. They really wanted to just play stuff from 72 Seasons, which in my opinion, it wasn't like the best that they had come out with, but it's okay. It's fun to listen to. There's only like, I only really liked Lux Eterna, but they're good. I'll listen to it if they play on the radio, but it's not going to be something I'm going to willingly do at my time. But, and you know, if you like the new album, that's fine, but I just prefer their old stuff. Even the Black Album. And a lot of people hate it. So they put on an incredible performance. I think their mosh pits are funny. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when Pantera played there, I saw people moshing the crap out, like just moshing the crap out of that floor, and I thought that was, I expected that, but yeah. But Metallica's mosh pits, or their snake pits, I should clarify. It's funny. It's like really just them running in a circle. It's not really them like moshing, pushing each other, just kind of skipping and running. I saw Jason Momoa in one of these snake pits, and all they were doing was just skipping and running, and he was just skipping and running, so that's what it is when they say snake pit. It's not really a snake pit, but it's funny. It's really just them running in a circle. I was really happy to see Metallica, though. They played stuff from 72 Seasons. They played, when they played Fade to Black, that was one of the most emotional moments I had ever gotten at a concert. And remember, this was the first time I'd ever cried and gotten emotional at a concert. I got really emotional, and Fade to Black is just a song that I really think about things, like emotional things, and that's why I got so emotional. I never thought I would hear that song live, but I didn't. But during the quiet part of the song Fade to Black, and I didn't even know this until James said it. James got on the microphone and said, "This song is about suicide. If any of you have experienced that, help is out there and you're not alone." And as somebody who has gone through that stuff, it really meant a lot to me hearing that. And they were playing like anti-suicide ads on the big thing on the top, like with the screen and stuff. So it just really meant a lot to me, and that's why I cried so much. And even just thinking about it just gets me so emotional. And it really meant a lot to me, and that just changed my life, just hearing that from James Hetfield himself. And I'm never gonna forget that. They played Fuel, too, and when they did, they had the pyrotechnics and the fire shooting from the ring stage, like going up. I thought that was pretty fun. I could feel the heat from the flames, too. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think, what else did they play? They probably played for about 2 hours. They probably played for a decent amount of time. Me and my parents noticed that he kind of lost. Me and my parents noticed James was starting to lose his voice after, right when the show right when they stopped playing, and it was time for them to stop playing. I guess he couldn't take it anymore. I'll get into that, and I'm sure the whole world knows the news about that. But they put on an incredible performance. I'm so happy now that I can say that I've seen all of the big four, and I've seen Pantera, and I can't even believe I'm saying all that. I really am a really lucky woman, and I'm really happy. They played, I'm trying to think of what else they played. Sorry, my mind is just blank. they played Seek and Destroy. I'm trying to think of all their first 4 albums, what they played. They play like a song from each of their 4 albums. I know that. My brain is just kind of blank right now. They didn't play One. I wanted them to, but they didn't. But that's okay. Man, it was emotional enough just hearing Fade to Black live, so that was really nice. But yeah, I was really happy. That was a really fun experience seeing them. Those tickets were expensive, and it was like worth it. So the one thing that pissed me off is when we were leaving the show. I guess they really just wanted everybody to leave the stadium afterwards, so and the security was just kicking people out. So we were asking them where the parking lot was of like where we parked. They gave us the wrong directions, and I think they did that on purpose because they were really just trying to get everyone out of the stadium, which is kind of fucking stupid in my opinion. And then we got lost, but we found our car. Everything was okay, but it took forever to get the hell out of there. Obviously, because there was like so many people in the stadium. Probably not as much as Iron Maiden, but there were still crap loads of people. Or maybe it was the same, I don't know. I can't remember how many people. No, it was more than Iron Maiden when I saw them. But still. But I'm really happy I got to see them. I didn't like being kicked out of the stadium when I left, but man, it's whatever. It's not the first time that'll happen. It probably won't be the last. But we didn't go to the second. We're not going to the second show. They had to postpone it because the whole world heard that James got COVID, and that's probably why his voice was so hoarse after the show. Probably because because of the COVID, but. It's whatever. I didn't really care to see like Ice 9 Kills and 5 Finger Death Punch anyway. The only like I said, y'all probably saw on my Instagram story. The only reason I really wanted to see 5 Finger Death Punch was because I had a friend who liked them, and he passed away last year, and he never got to see them, and I kind of wanted to do that in his honor. But it's whatever. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I've only liked one song by Ice 9 Kills, and that's the only reason I like that song is because it's about the movie The Crow, which is obviously one of my favorite movies ever, if you don't know. But Suicidal Tendencies took their place, so I'm kind of disappointed, because like they'd be a fun band to see, and I do enjoy them, but it's okay. I'm sure I can see them at another time. But yeah, I got to see all of the big 4, and I got to see Pantera. I've seen so many bands live, and I realized I really am a lucky person. And just going to that show just changed my life forever. And I'm never gonna forget it. But, yeah, we ended up coming home early, because we're not going to Phoenix again. Well, not for that show, because we'll probably go back one day. Just not to see the second show, because we bailed out of that. But our doggy, he's right here sleeping, was so happy to see us when we got home. I was so happy to see him too. Before we left Phoenix, it was on the 3rd. We left on the 3rd, the day we were supposed to go see Metallica twice. We got to see our friends again and see them one more time before we headed home. We looked around the shops there. We ate at a Mexican restaurant, and the ceviche was really good. I ate a lot of good food there. And like I said, Arizona is such a cool place, and it would be a fun place to live. I wouldn't mind living there, but it's just so beyond hot over there. It's almost as hot as here, so that's the only downside to it. But I had a good visit. I had a good traveling time there. It was really nice. Yeah, and hopefully I can go back again, because that was really cool. I'm gonna keep this. I'll add this to my concert memorabilia stuff, even though it's like really just a sweepstakes. I don't care. I think it's cool. don't think I have anything else to say other than I had a good trip. I had a good time seeing them. It was really, really nice to get out of my house because I had just been stuck here, like, you know, other than, like, besides work and stuff. So it's really nice. I got to get out and do stuff again, travel again, so. Alright, I think that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.